Thank you for clicking on this video. Let me say something right quick before you get into it. I think it's a really good video, but we did have a technical difficulty that happened about 4 different times. It just freezes up for about 5 to 10 seconds during the cutaways, and for some reason I just can't get it fixed. I'm just a very computer basic person, so until I figure out what's going on with it, we're just going to have to kind of deal with it. But I thought the information on this video was so good, and it's really the hunt that I really want you to take away from this video, not so much my cutaways. So I really had to go back and watch it 3 or 4 times, and I thought, man, the information's so good, I really want to get this uploaded for all of you for turkey season. So again, my apologies. We will try to get this fixed, but just kind of have to deal with it right now. But thank you for watching, and I really believe this is going to be a good video, and I hope that it makes you more successful. The turkey season is still going strong in a lot of states. I thought I'd go ahead and put this video together, and maybe this might help you feel that last tag, or maybe you haven't filled a tag yet this year, and maybe you're just having a little bit of difficulty calling gobbler in. So I thought I'd go ahead and put this together, and I think this might really help you. I think this video is one of the most educational videos I think I've ever put together. And if it turns out like I wanted to, I think the next 18 to 20 minutes is going to be well worth your time to watch. Now, this is a little bit longer video than what I normally like to upload, but I think the educational purposes, and I think you being able to watch what you're about ready to watch is going to teach you a lot more just by observing, maybe than just me trying to explain it like normal. So I'm going to take you to a hunt that I had last week. This was from my Oklahoma hunt, which many of you already know that last week I was able to take the largest gobbler of my life, 27 pound. I got him in Oklahoma, but and that hunt's here on YouTube if you want to watch it. But I'm actually going to take you to the first hunt we did. I'm going to break this hunt down in the first hunt, where I get this gobbler from 200 yards all the way up to gun range, but he just slipped on by. It was just too brushy, and he never would come out of that brush. But you know, it worked out. It worked out good, because had I shot him, you know, I wouldn't have got the big one that I wound up getting just a little bit later. So it all worked out. Sometimes things like that just happen. So I'm glad the first hunt didn't work out in my favor. But I want to show you how I work a spring gobbler. Now, many of you over the years have said, I'd like to see you work a live gobbler. I'd like to see you just actually get one and call one in on a live video. Well, you know, over the years I haven't been able to have a cameraman to follow me and really document how I really hunt a turkey out in the wild. I try to explain it here to y'all, but actually seeing it, I think, is really a lot better when you sit and observe this. But this first turkey you're going to see, I locate him. He's about 200 yards. It's really windy, it's gusty, about 30 miles an hour. But I locate him, we set up on him, and I get him from about 200 yards all the way up to about 40, 45 yards there. But I want you to pay close attention to how I'm calling, how I set up, how I locate, and how I even get him in them last few yards, because this is how I work all turkeys. This is how you work a spring gobbler. And if you're having trouble getting gobblers in up to you, maybe you're overcalling, maybe you don't understand exactly how loud to call, how much to call, this is really going to help you. So just bear with me. It's like I said, it's a little bit longer, but bear with me, and I think you're really going to enjoy this. And I'm going to break this hunt down into about 6 different segments, as you're going to see. We're going to just break it down, and we're going to go with it. So I hope you enjoy this hunt, and I think it's really going to help you. So let's go to that hunt now. All right, in segment 1, we're going to talk about how to locate a gobbler. Now, it's up in the evening, and the wind's really gusty, as you're about to see in this hunt. And because of the wind being so high, I knew I had to get on a call that was loud, that could pierce through that wind. So I opted for a box call. I think a box call is one of the best calls that you can use in high wind situations. Of course, I use a box call in wind, out of wind. I just like a box call to locate turkeys. Now, as you're going to notice in this, when I locate this turkey, I'm holding up the box call pretty high. Instead of holding it down here like normal, I hold it up high, and I'm doing this. When I'm calling, I'm actually turning a full circle, and I'm doing a half moon. That's the way I like to locate turkeys with a box call. Why? Because the sound gets up higher, especially when it's windy. The sound gets up higher, and you might just be able to get that call out just a little bit more, where that turkey may just maybe be barely able to hear it, but he might just gobble. So again, I hold the call up and I go in about a half moon just to get him to gobble. All right, so watch as I locate this gobbler. Wait till the wind gets as calm as it can. Well, you need something loud. What I'll do is I'll turn it. Start here and I'll turn that sound. Oh, that's why I like to call like this. See, if you call like this, all your sound's going up, right? When you turn it over, your sound goes, and then you can just turn it. And you'll be able to hear it like a real turkey. Ain't too many turkeys straight up in there. I usually hold it up high in the wind like this and get it out. The where it's calm, I usually keep it up. I look stupid, I know, but maybe one did go all the way off, you couldn't hear him. That don't mean they ain't coming. That's right. Didn't take long, did it? All right, now we got this turkey located, so now it's time for the setup. Notice that I pick a tree that's as big as I am or bigger to set up under. I think it's very important that you find the right tree to set up, because if you're not comfortable, and it may take a while for that turkey to come in, then you're probably going to be moving around. You maybe not going to be able to wait him out. Even though in this case it didn't take very long for that turkey to get up to me, sometimes you may have to sit there a while. So you want to pick a tree where your back's real straight, where you're able to sit real comfortable, and you're well hidden, and the tree is as big as your body is or bigger. Also notice that I pick a tree that don't have any obstacles on either side. I don't like to sit up in a bunch of brush with a bunch of brush around me. I want to be able to sit up against the tree where I've got full swing, either to the left of me or to the right, if I have to move on that turkey without hitting anything on the side. So watch as I pick this tree, and this is how I set up on a gobbler.
I'll sit right back.
I sit here in this tree. I'll sit here.
I'll sit right back here.
All right, we've located the gobbler, we're set up, now we're ready to start calling. Now I want you to notice as I start calling to this turkey, I start getting aggressive, I start cutting, I start yelping to him pretty loud. Now we can't show the entire of the first segment of this hunt because it would just take too long. So I'm gonna cut in and show you my calling sequences, a few of them, just how I called to this turkey the first 10 minutes or so, and really got him fired up, because he's up on the ridge about 200 yards, so he's gonna have to come pretty good ways down that hill. And I want you to notice he comes down the hill. He's up on the ridge, I'm down on the flat in the holler. So anybody that tells you a turkey won't come down the hill, that's just a turkey myth, because this turkey comes down the hill. I'm down in the holler, he's up on the ridge, so to get from up there to me, he has to come down a hill. So again, that's just a turkey myth, that's just not true. They'll come down a hill. You say the right things to them, they'll come. Notice as I get aggressive, and notice as I start cutting and yelping to this turkey. getting him fired up, letting him know that I'm interested because he's answering me back. All right, now the gobbler's coming in. As you can tell, he's already come off the ridge. He's come all the way down the hill to me. Now he's out there probably about 100 yards, maybe 90, 100 yards, okay? I still got to get him up there just a little bit closer, but the closer he gets, the softer my calling becomes. Notice how I'm not cutting anymore. I'm not loud yelping. Now it's become 2-3 note yelps. Now it's clucking, purring a little bit. I just want him to know that I'm still there, maybe like a hen, just out feeding around, scratching around, not that interested. The closer he gets, I'm losing interest a little bit, and I'm just out there just doing my thing. And now he's going to have to come looking for me. So remember, the closer he gets, start toning it down and start soft calling, and you're going to see that as I start soft calling to this turkey, and I'm getting ready to get him in from that 100 yards all the way to that magical 50 yards or under. Start soft calling him, and he'll usually come right on in. Let's go and see that hunt right now. Boy, he's close, ain't he? Yeah, he's actually come all the way off that ridge, and now he's on the flat with me, and I actually see the turkey out there about 60 yards. It's really brushy, but I can just see him moving through there, strutting, and now I know that he's actually right there on the flat with me. So now what do? Well, I actually go softer. This is what I call softening your soft calling. Notice how I'm not yelping to him now, and I'm not even clucking to him a lot. But when I do, it's very, very soft. I'm just purring to him, I'm clucking to him, just enough to let him know I'm still there. all right? And I'm trying to throw my sound just a little bit away from me so he thinks that hen's leaving it. This is how you get a turkey in to that gun range. This is how you get them in to your lap. You just got to start calling even softer. So we're about to show you that, and I think this is really important because this is what usually seals the deal on these old tricky spring gobblers. Well, as you can tell, the turkey has went too far to my right now. He didn't want to come out of that brush line. He didn't want to come out in that road. He wanted to stay right kind of in that brush, and now I can't get a shot. He's only like 40 yards, but it's just a little bit too brushy, and plus he's too far to my right and I can't move because he's so close. Turkeys will do this sometimes to you, and I know why this particular turkey done that. I had a similar turkey in Virginia just a few weeks earlier that did the exact same thing. Come in gobbling his head off, and he left gobbling his head off. Why do they do that? Well, it's because he's a subordinate turkey. Even though this is a really big turkey, he's still a subordinate turkey. There's a bigger one in there. Of course, I got him just a little bit later, but he knew that big turkey was in there. He knew that he wasn't the boss. He knew that big boss turkey was in there, and he probably put a whooping on him a few days earlier. So even though he wants to come to that hen, he's not allowed to come, and that's why he kind of stayed off, because he couldn't see that hen. Had I had a lone decoy sitting out there, he would probably come right on in. But because he didn't see that hen, he was afraid that big gobbler was right there with that hen and probably would put another whooping on him. So he's not allowed to come up there. It's called the pecking order. So he's out there gobbling. He's not spooked, and actually he turns around and he goes right up the holler, and he's still gobbling at me all the way out of there until he walks out of our lives. Again, this is the classic case of a subordinate turkey that just kind of walks on. But he comes into you just like he's getting ready to come into your shotgun range, but he kind of skirts you and he kind of walks on. So again, you're just going to have these turkeys. But now I understand why he did that. But my point was, I got him from 200 yards all the way to gun range just by the way I'm calling to him. This is how you work all spring gobblers. This is how you work especially older turkeys that's been around a while. So I want you to notice again how that I'm calling to this turkey. Now, notice as the turkey starts going over the hill, and I know he can't see me, I turn around. In this next segment, you're going to see I turn around and I'm pointing toward the direction that he just walked. Why do I do that? Well, because I could call him back. Did it work? Does it work all the time? No, it's turkey hunting. Nothing works all the time. But there's been many times when I've let a turkey go over the hill or maybe he gets out of my sight and he skirts by me, I get turned around, pointed in the direction, get more aggressive. You'll notice I get more aggressive now. I'm starting to yelp to him. I'm starting to get a little bit loud. And he's gobbling back at me, because a lot of times you'll call him right back. So just because the turkey skirts you and just because the turkey kind of gets by you, don't lose hope. Just wait till he gets out of your sight, turn around, get in the direction he's pointed, start getting aggressive, and a lot of times they'll come right on back. Even though it didn't happen in this particular situation, there's been many times that I've done it over the years, calling these turkeys right back to where they just came from. So I think you're going to probably learn a lot right here. Well, as you can see, even though I didn't get that turkey, I did call him all the way off that ridge, all the way down the hill, all the way onto the flat with me. And really in gun range, I just couldn't get turned around to throw a shot at him. But this is how I work all spring gobblers. And this is why I've been able the last 25 years to put a lot of turkeys in the back of the truck. And I think just by watching this and listening at the different ways that I'm calling this turkey, it'll help you next year to be more successful, or if you're still hunting this year, it may help you put a tag on a late spring gobbler. So I really believe that this is something that you need just to take time over and over again and save this video and really put in your memory bank. And I believe it's really going to help you be more successful in your turkey. If you haven't joined me on Facebook yet, go up to the description of this video and hit that link and come over and like and follow me and stay in touch with me all year long. I really appreciate all your support that you've given me this year. Our channel has grown leaps and bounds this year, and we're just getting more and more followers on Facebook and subscribers here, and I really do appreciate all your kind comments and all of those that said that the videos have helped you get that first turkey or be more successful. That's why I'm doing this. All right, we got a lot of stuff planned in the future. The turkey season is getting ready to wind down. I've actually got a couple more states to go. I'll be leaving out in the morning, going to Indiana, and then I'm going to be going to Ohio the next week, and that'll probably end my 2018 season. It's been a good one, but a couple more weeks to go and try to get about 3 more gobblers, and we'll see what happens. But I really appreciate, again, all of you that follow me here, and I hope this video helps you, and I really believe it will. Until next time, hopefully here with a big old gobbler in the next couple of days. Be safe and go kill a big one for me.